Hello guys, today I'm here in the south of Spain one more day. Today we will be talking about Cloud Money by Brett Scott. The war on cash. Why the war on cash endangers our freedom. I wanted to show you guys a little view from here in Almeria. We live next to the sea, south of Spain, in the coast of the sun, next to Malaga. Great place to live in. But okay, I grew up here. That's why maybe I'm a bit biased. By the way, look at the T-shirt. This is from a friend of mine, South Kids. He comes from Almeria too. That's why he used that name, South Kids, to represent the brand and where he comes from. If you wanna buy some clothes, you can find it at Bumped online marketplace, the best marketplace for online emerging streetwear brands from brands all throughout Europe. And the best thing is you can see who is the person behind each one of the brands, which makes everything even better. Honestly, I don't recommend reading this book, especially for me because I like to learn fast and get like a straightforward point. And Brett Scott, like he's a super knowledge, like an expert in this field in terms of banking, cash, privacy, when it comes to the centralization of money and all of these banking systems. But it's too long, like he talks too much. Instead of going straight to the point and saying why and the facts that are gonna causes and consequences, etc. It's better if you just look up on internet. But basically, there are some main players that are getting the largest advantages by removing cash from our economies. And they are removing cash from our economies in multiple ways. For example, one of the ways that they are doing this are governments reducing the amount of cash you can use to make purchases at a physical store. In Spain, I think the latest update, as far as I'm concerned, is 1,000 euros on cash. Actually, a friend of mine, he can't really pay, he has no credit cards. And the last time he wanted to buy the new iPhone 15, and he had to call a cousin of his to come and buy the phone with a credit card, and then he give him the cash on real life. So it's annoying, because you are losing a lot of privacy. So this is one of the ways that they are reducing the usage of cash, right? As well, they are eliminating the amount of cash that is circulating, etc. So who are like the largest players when it comes to benefiting from this centralization of money, getting money out of the economy, and yeah, and enjoying this process. So there are four main players. So let's see who and why they are taking the most advantage of this elimination of cash. So firstly, it would be the banking sector. So by eliminating cash, they would be able to lock people into full dependence on the banking sector for all payments, which means the banking industry has a lot to gain. So banks uh, have a big incentive to encourage digital payments. Why? Because two major revenue sources for high street banks are interest and fees, and basically each time there is a transaction happening, they are taking a percentage, they are taking a fee or an interest rate. Therefore, the more transactions happening, the more amount of money they get. Secondly, the second player, big player, of course, the payments companies such as Visa, MasterCard, etc. Because they make fees from facilitating money transfers between bank accounts, and see cash as competition to be eliminated. Because when you give cash to someone physically, they are not in the middle, right? You don't need them in order for them to transfer your money from, let's say, a certain bank account to another bank, right? So they will be eliminated basically from the process. So over the years, they've managed to install a level of moral panic about cash, as in nowadays the industry keeps consistently uh, casting card payments as being safer, cleaner, and higher status than cash. No, like using Apple Pay now on your iPhone or your new iPhone just by tapping the iPhone through the NFC technology, near field communication on the little thing. It makes you look cool, updated with technology, etc. This is as well a point of view they are trying to play with. Then a third player is the financial technology industry, the fintech. Probably you've heard about like all of these startups coming on fintech. So basically, cash does not gel with automation. So basically, what I mean by cash does not gel with automation means that when it comes to transferring money online, it's much easier when it comes to automatizing tasks. For example, this bumped marketplace, which is coming into the market in a couple of weeks, is an online marketplace for the best emerging streetwear brands from Europe, from Paris, London, Almeria, Madrid, Amsterdam, from the best of the best. Okay, so imagine if each time there was a payment throughout this online marketplace and it was on cash, cash would be needed to send, received, blah 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 blah. This would take days, money, time, and money. However, by using these fintech startups such as Stripe, which is a software that can be integrated with Shopify and many other e-com platforms, they provide you access to receive payments from all type of banks, all type of credit cards, PayPal, etc. You receive the payment instantly, but they take a commission. Is comprehensible. They are developing everything. It requires time and work from a large amount of people in order to have this going on and operate efficiently. But of course, at the same time, they are taking a fee or a commission or a percentage, however you want to call it, from every single transaction happening. So imagine once they developed, which is the largest time consuming consumption or money consumption, once that is running, the rest of the costs are kind of minimal. So that's why the fintech industry are always trying to work and enter on this area, softwares, basically because the leverage you get is huge. So it's one of the business models with the largest profit margins, right? Because once you develop the software and you spend all the time and money that you had to, and you have it running, running costs are cheaper, much cheaper in comparison with other type of physical stores and other type of businesses. And then of course, the last one is states and central banks. Why? Because at the end, by eliminating cash from the society will enable them basically to have full control of all transactions, being able to identify where is coming the money from, why is every single person getting that money from. You need to pay taxes from all of the money you are generating, etc., etc., etc. He basically mentions and talks about similar stuff all throughout the book. He talks about as well a bit about cryptocurrencies, etc. I think probably you can find all of this information in a shorter book or acquire this information in a faster way. The thing is, at the beginning, when I started reading books, I had more free time, but now I'm working in multiple projects, especially here now is summer. Well, I'm about to go back to London, but still, I have many things going on at the same time, and it's hard for me to read full books from the first word to till the last one, you know. And as Ty Lopez says, he's the OG, and he had read more than 5,000 books. He's a self-made multi-millionaire or maybe even billionaire now. He says that there is no need to read every single word from each book, because okay, you feel maybe you are missing out something, but again, you are missing out on the rest of 100 million books that there are out there, right? So just try to keep reading, speed read, learn fast, and acquire as much knowledge as possible and apply it to your real life. You need to apply. You can't just read. Apply it into your businesses, the way you think, your life. It needs to become an instinct. Enjoy, guys. See you next week.